if you're trying to work out how to measure QA, which is often done badly, there's three main things you should look at today. One is the number of bugs that you get in production, i.e. that you get reported back from customers or other parts of your team, things that QA missed. And then the other thing you should measure is looking at how many bugs that QA stopped, as in the reject rate from QA. How much did they return back to your development team? Once you start looking at that, you can look at the return time. How long does it take from a bug being found to it being fixed and back in production? These three measures give you a pretty good estimate on how effective your team is, like your QA team or strategy, and also how fast you're fixing bugs for your customers. So these three things are really simple for you to measure, but will be really effective if you're not doing them today. And then the second thing, one of the trends that I've seen when visiting most of our customers is that a lot of the time, the three parts of QA aren't connected together. So for me, the three main parts of QA are the strategy. So why are you doing it? How are you doing it? That kind of thing. Then the test writing and maintenance, and then the execution part. So regardless of what technology you're using, connecting these three parts into a loop is super important. And so the main tip here is if you are doing QA tool, you should look at your last 3 to 6 months worth of bugs and then categorize them. And so normally, well, in my opinion, the only reason that QA is at fault for bugs is when they don't test it. Otherwise, the problem is from somewhere else in your software development cycle. And so by that, I mean engineering. So maybe it was an engineering problem with their the quality of their code. Maybe it was a product problem when the spec got split between two teams and there was something wrong, and when they ship it, it doesn't connect. But either way, going back through the last 3 to 6 months worth of tickets and trying to work out the root causes, putting them into, say, 5 or 6 different buckets, and then making suggestions for how to improve your overall process, does a couple of things. One, it lets you have much better quality overall. But 2, it actually lowers the amount of work for QA. The reason why is because you end up with less of those problems reoccurring. The additional suggestion for you all is to do this repeatedly. And so it depends on how many tickets you end up having, but every month to quarter is probably a best practice here.